Hello, my fantastic friends. Today, we'll dive into the science-based effects of taking cold showers for 30 days. From boosted immunity to better energy levels, improved circulation, mental clarity, and so much more. So stay tuned till the end, because the results might just leave you speechless and inspired to embrace the chill for an outstanding transformation.
This is Metamorphic Fix.
What happens after 30 days of cold showers? Taking a cold shower can feel very uncomfortable, give you goosebumps, and make your whole body feel cold. However, cold therapy and cold showers in general can make you feel more awake and energized. It can enhance your health and possibly aid in fat burning. These are but a few of the advantages that you can use as motivation for facing the discomfort associated with using cold immersion as a therapeutic tool. When cold therapy is used properly, there are 6 incredible benefits that science has shown, and I want you to comprehend what those benefits are and how to use the cold so you can begin to enjoy them right away. First of all, a lot of people don't understand that cold therapy can significantly enhance your mental and emotional well-being, to the point where it might even be able to prevent or even treat depression. Norepinephrine is swiftly released into the bloodstream whenever your body is exposed to cold temperatures. This neurotransmitter is connected to things like alertness, attention, focus, and mood. There are numerous studies from mice and people that prove this statement to be true. A study that was published in the Journal of Neuropsychiatric Disease and Treatment shows that a person develops depression when their norepinephrine levels are low. Ice baths and cold showers may therefore be useful in the treatment and prevention of depression. Cold therapy significantly raises norepinephrine levels, which supports improved mood and cognitive performance. Naturally, the next question is, how cold should it be to receive the benefits of increased norepinephrine? According to one study, norepinephrine release did not occur after 1 hour of immersion in cold water that was kept at a steady temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, norepinephrine levels dramatically boosted by 530% in just 1 hour at 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, an hour sounds terribly lengthy, but fortunately, if you lower the temperature even further, you may get the same results in a shorter amount of time, and there is proof of this. According to a long study, elevating your body temperature to 40 degrees Fahrenheit for just 20 seconds each day for 12 weeks might boost your norepinephrine levels by 200 to 300%. Furthermore, it's possible that the benefits of an ice bath in extremely cold water could be attained in even less time. Now, don't go hopping into the ice-cold water just yet. I highly recommend that you work your way up to getting more comfortable with being in colder temperatures, and I'll explain how to accomplish it in a moment. But first, you should be aware that one of the best advantages of being exposed to the cold is that it causes a decrease in overall inflammation throughout your entire body. Inflammation has a bad rap, but it's not altogether a bad thing. You've probably heard that inflammation is the main factor in the development of most modern diseases. In reality, it's essential for your health and well-being because it's the first stage of the healing process, which uses the removal of the initial source of the cell injury to prevent additional damage. The inflammation then aids in the removal of dead cells and damaged tissues. However, inflammation causes significant problems for many people when it goes into overdrive, which occurs when you have constant high inflammation markers for no apparent reason. For instance, according to Harvard Medical School, persistent inflammation is linked to conditions like Crohn's disease and colitis, as well as heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and arthritis. In addition, research shows that the primary factor causing aging is inflammation. In one particular study, which focused on people ranging from 85 to over 110 years old, researchers discovered that the only biomarker that accurately predicted longevity and cognitive ability across all age groups was low inflammation. Keep in mind that the increasing rates of dementia and Alzheimer's that we currently observe are a result of cognitive deterioration. The researchers also came to the conclusion that one of the most crucial factors affecting longevity, capacity, and cognition is inflammation. The data suggests that if you can lower inflammation, you may be able to live longer, while also decreasing your risk of developing a chronic illness like heart disease, diabetes, or arthritis. This is where ice baths and cold showers come into play, because they can both help relieve inflammation. The 5x increase in norepinephrine that we discussed previously undoubtedly plays a role, yet the precise mechanisms causing a decrease in inflammation are still unclear. According to research, norepinephrine blocks the body's inflammatory process by lowering levels of TNF-alpha, a tiny protein that the immune system uses. This is good news because TNF-alpha is a highly potent molecule linked to increased inflammation and is nearly present in all human disorders, including cancer, diabetes, and inflammatory bowel disease. Studies also show that norepinephrine also reduces other inflammatory molecules, such as MIP-1 alpha. Now, besides norepinephrine, just reducing your body's temperature and causing your blood vessels to constrict during a cold shower can reduce inflammation as well. Even though it sounds awful and might make you ill, science backs up the unexpected benefit that exposure to the cold improves immunity. If you're enjoying this video so far, please support us by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. By doing this, you are helping us reach more people to share this amazing information with. Now that that's out of the way, let's get back to the video. For instance, one study examined the potential effects on the immune systems of males by immersing them in moderately cold water for an hour 3 times per week at a temperature of 57 degrees Fahrenheit. In the end, they discovered that 3 times a week in cold water for 6 weeks boosted the number of lymphocytes, a type of white blood cell found in the immune system. They aid in the fight against invasive bacteria, viruses, and poisons. In other words, immunity is improved by cold therapy. This is probably the reason why there's a ton of anecdotal evidence that suggests people who take cold showers or swim in cold water experience less sickness. More scientific evidence is also shown to back up this statement. For instance, swimming reduces the risk of respiratory tract infections by 40% throughout the winter, according to one study. It turns out that swimming in cold water really decreases your risk of developing bronchitis, contrary to what you may think. Naturally, exposing oneself to freezing temperatures doesn't feel all that great while you're doing it, and it will demand a significant amount of mental toughness. Fortunately, taking a cold shower on its own is a fantastic technique to increase mental toughness. A large number of people do not appreciate being exposed to extremely low temperatures, but if you can push through your discomfort and do it anyway, you may be able to develop your tolerance for discomfort. You'll have more control over your emotions and be more capable of dealing with challenges that arise in daily life by pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Extreme athlete Wim Hof, often known as the Iceman, is one person who firmly believes this. He has broken numerous records for the longest period of time spent in direct, full-body contact with ice, being just under 2 hours, which was one of his longest periods. He has also beaten other records, like the fastest barefoot half marathon and the longest distance swim under ice. Long story short, Hof credits a lot of his mental toughness to cold exposure and thinks that anyone can do the same. Another benefit is that exposure to the cold may actually help you burn fat, which is a huge benefit for those of you attempting to lose weight. The brown fat in your body becomes active when it is exposed to a cold environment. Brown fat, sometimes referred to as brown adipose tissue, is a unique kind of body fat that generates heat to assist in keeping the body warm in cold weather. Your metabolic rate may significantly increase as a result of this activation because it takes a lot of energy for your body's brown fat to keep you warm. Therefore, you could temporarily speed up your metabolism and lose more fat by exposing yourself to a cold environment, such as a chilly shower or an ice bath. This was demonstrated in a study when a group of males stood in 68-degree water at room temperature for an hour. They were able to increase their metabolic rate to almost 100% in water that was just above freezing. The researchers lowered the temperature even more and saw that the males were also able to increase their metabolic rate by 350% when the temperature was decreased to 57 degrees Fahrenheit. This raises the question of, how much can your metabolism increase in a significantly cold environment, such as an ice bath? It's crucial to remember that exposure to the cold can make some people more hungry. Therefore, be careful not to eat more and unintentionally increase your caloric intake after beginning to expose yourself to cooler temperatures if you wish to use ice baths or cold showers to properly assist you with weight loss. Before I give you a step-by-step action plan, let me mention one more benefit of cold therapy. It can increase your endurance capacity by enhancing mitochondrial biogenesis, which is just a fancy way of saying that it can increase the number of mitochondria in your cells. Your cells' mitochondria are their power plants. They are essential for endurance because they carry out metabolic reactions and other cellular processes, which produce energy. The mitochondria provide the ability to use oxygen for energy production, which is why having more mitochondria increases aerobic capacity or endurance. For instance, in a study where male runners were submerged in cold water at 50 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, 3 times a week, the men were able to boost mitochondrial biogenesis in their muscle tissue after 4 weeks of doing that exercise. Another study discovered that after high-intensity running, exposure to cold water at 50 degrees Fahrenheit raised PGC1 alpha, a gene that boosts the number of mitochondria in muscle tissue. As promised, I will now discuss how you can begin reaping the rewards for yourself. Remember that there is no one ideal strategy for performing cold therapy. To adjust to this new stressor, some people will also need to take slower and more gradual measures. And with that stated, it's equally crucial to note that having more doesn't always make for better results. Do not attempt to spend 20 minutes at a time in an ice bath if you're new to cold exposure. Instead, go slowly. Begin with a cold shower. Make it a little colder the next time. And with time, just as when you lift weights, you can make it more and more challenging to endure. Alternatively, you might start by setting the shower's temperature to its lowest setting and only use it for 5 to 15 seconds. And that's okay for a first attempt. You could eventually work your way up to being in the cold for extended periods of time. Alternating between a warm and cold shower is another option, especially if you don't want to take a cold shower right away. This is sometimes referred to as contrast therapy, and it can help you recover from exercises while providing the benefits of frequent cold exposure. In fact, a large meta-analysis from the year 2017 indicated that switching between hot and cold baths could speed up an athlete's recovery from fatigue after competitions. So you can alternate between hot and cold temperatures for 60 seconds each, or you may begin by spending 2 minutes in a warm shower and 1 minute in a cold shower to build up to it. You can perform 5 to 8 rounds of this, and afterwards you'll probably feel amazing. The final method, which is also my personal favorite, is to combine a sauna with a cold shower or ice bath. This provides you with the choice to go into the sauna for 10-minute intervals, taking a cold bath or shower in between each interval. The idea behind doing this is that by switching between warm and cold, your body's blood vessels will swiftly open and close. This fast expansion and contraction of the blood vessels causes a pumping action that can improve the delivery of nutrients to your muscles, while also reducing swelling and inflammation. It can also stimulate the removal of waste products like lactate. You can switch to an ice bath once you've gotten used to the cold showers. It is quite clear that the temperature and intensity there are substantially higher. But regardless of the approach you choose to take, experts like Wim Hof suggest paying attention to your breathing and making every effort to relax your body as much as you can, almost like you're meditating. Furthermore, a good diet and an effective exercise routine can help you achieve many of the advantages of taking cold showers, including enhanced mental toughness, immunity, and mood, all while lowering things like inflammation and body fat. Additionally, you will benefit much more if you combine cold therapy with a good diet and exercise routine. All right, that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please support us by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. By doing this, you are helping us reach more people to share this amazing information with. If you want to improve your health journey, the best place to start is your mindset. In a world consumed by the digital age, a timeless practice offers a sanctuary for our minds and bodies, and this practice is journaling. With just paper and pen, this simple act can yield remarkable health benefits, such as stress relief. Scribbling your thoughts onto paper releases the grip of stress and anxiety. Through expressive writing, we find mental clarity and calm in the midst of chaos. It also can be an immune boost. Journaling isn't only for the mind, it supports the body too. Studies show that this practice reduces stress hormones, bolstering our immune system's defenses. It is also a tool for personal growth. Your journal captures your journey. Flipping through its pages reveals your progress, resilience, and evolving mindset, inspiring you towards better health. Journaling is an easy practice with big rewards. Whether a novice or seasoned writer, journaling enriches well-being. Embrace vulnerability, dedicate a few moments daily, and witness its transformative impact. Your journal becomes a confidant, therapist, and guide. Through this self-care ritual, you embark on a journey of healing and empowerment. In a world of constant movement, journaling provides a haven for reflection. With every stroke of the pen, you paint a path to a healthier, happier you. If you're ready to experience the transformative magic of journaling, click the link in the description. Elevate your well-being, one word at a time. Grab your Metamorphic Fix Manifestation Journal today and set forth on a journey towards a brighter, healthier future. Your path to inner harmony and empowerment starts now, so grab your copy to improve your health through journaling.